So this is a rather unexpected preview I've got for you all here tonight, and it's unexpected in the fact that I was expecting the Gauntlet test shot to check out the Mech Ideas version of Iron Fist. And then when the package got here today, I opened it up, and these two were inside. So there will be a Gauntlet review coming. The reviewer that was originally going to get these apparently got the Iron Fist. They mixed up the packages. So we're just swapping reviews. So there should be a review of Gauntlet coming sometime soonish, depending on how long it takes them to get it done. So keep an eye out for that. But we'll do a little preview of the Mech Ideas Techno Toon Titans, a.k.a. animated Huffer and Pipes, or as they're known here in the third-party world as Bluster and Trench. And they basically, you can see they're kind of based, they got vehicle modes very similar to Ratchet Cybertronian mode or Ironhide from Animated, and they do capture the animated aesthetic very well. I want to point off right off the bat that these are not final colors, these are not 100% final figures. These are the first test shots that were kind of put together fairly quickly for this convention last week in China. So what you're seeing here is not representative of the final product, but it's a good idea. We're going to show them off a little bit. Like one, this color, it's really not even pumpkin orange. This is a very red figure. It does have a little bit of an orangish tint to it, but so if you're hoping for a eventual Mario repaint of these guys, this is a good idea of what you might be seeing. And then Bluster over here, or Trench Pipes, is actually in his proper blue. And those colors will be Bluster will be a much more Huffer-esque orange in the final version, and there'll be some paint app changes and things. Like I said, these are put together quickly. I just want to clarify that before we get too in depth on this. Now Pipes comes with his pipes on the back, which can come off. I can throw them at myself if I want. So yeah, these come off, and they'll form arm cannons for him in robot mode. And then Bluster has a little bar here on the back you can clip his tools onto. He came with a wrench and a plunger. Now, will they both come with these tools? I don't know. This is what came with in his bag. I got these two things. In his bag, I got these two things. So we'll see how that goes. Just quick vehicle size mode comparison. Here is the Deluxe Cybertronian Optimus, just to give you an idea of how they scale with him. And here is the Hydrodive Bumblebee, just to give you an idea of how they sit with him. So yeah, they're kind of smallish little mini bots, the way they should be. If you're really thinking hard about it. Not really thinking hard about it, but you know they're supposed to be smaller guys, and they are, and that's nice. Now, being test shots, these are a little loose. They aren't, again, they're not final. Getting these arms to peg in up here, there's a little peg that's supposed to hold these in up here on the cab, is a little bit of a pain in the butt, just to get everything lined up right so they both stay in, and they don't connect very well. Also, the way that the thighs peg into the hands back here is a little problematic and very loose. Now, part of that, it's a lot better here on Trench than it is on Bluster. Bluster is almost useless in vehicle mode, but again, test shots, so I'm not super worried about it. All that stuff has been communicated to the designers and the factory at Mech Ideas, so it shouldn't be a concern at all on the final product. These guys take their time to get everything right. So yeah, you can kind of see how they're scrunched up underneath in their various torsos. But aside from the body shape, their transformations are almost exactly the same. That you want to unpeg the hips here from the forearms and unpeg them from up here in the cab. Now the cab does come up on this. You can raise it up a little bit. I'm not entirely sure why, because you don't really need to for the transformation. But I guess if you just want to get it out of the way while you move things around, it's there. But I find that this likes to. You have to kind of reach in right now to pop this all the way down, because this clip, you can see it comes off very easily. If you don't like the things sitting behind their heads, you can pop that off very easily. I just wish it hung on a little better for the transformation. So bring that down, pull the hips out and down. For him, you pull them down and then kind of pull them back up against themselves so those hips go into the sockets there on the body. Just like that. Come down here, pull the whole knee assembly out, flip the, and you can see there's some stress marks in here too. Again, test shot issues. They will be fixed on the final. Flip the foot up, bring the foot forward, and then there's a little heel piece back here that flips out and helps support him in robot mode. Which again is a little loose on this one, but it does the job. So flip it up. Like that. Flip this out. Bring the arms. We don't bring them down around like that. Flip the hands down. Oh look, we popped the cab off again. Surprise. And there's Trench in robot mode. He's got the longer legs here. And again, the pipes, like I mentioned, can become attached to his forearms here. They can be, whether you want them to be blasters or just his pipes. They go right in the forearms. He can hold the plunger and the wrench from BLUSTER as well. And BLUSTER does the exact same thing. You unpeg them for the most part. Bring the arms around. Except his hips, you bring the hips down around the same as before, like that. Except when you finish up his legs, instead of flipping this up, you bring this whole assembly down and collapse it into the leg, and then flip the tread up over it to give him shorter legs. He's already got a shorter body here, but it also collapses the legs to give him a little bit of a shorter stature next to Trench, because again you can clearly see that these are very reminiscent of the Mario Brothers, Mario and Luigi, which was intended by Derek Wyatt. And there we go. Like I said, he's the looser of the two, so it might take me a second to get him to stand properly here. Come on. Please be my friend and stand. Oh, there we go. Maybe that was it. There we go. And again, you can take his, you can hold his plunger. It's a little loose, depending on how you do it. But you just kind of get it in there and you can hold it. Plunger, wrench, and he's ready to go a-fixin'. They found the secret warp zone while working on the drain. The energon drain. So yeah. I'll get his heel back down here a little bit. There you go. And there they are together. Now let me see if I can't bring this down a little bit to get more of a straight-on look. You can see that there is a size difference. A pretty significant size difference between them when they're transformed properly. Now again, color-wise, the upper arms up here will match the shirt, as well as the upper thighs will match the overalls to make it look like pants. So, like I said, that's all been communicated. The eyes will be blue, although the eyes here on BLUSTER actually are blue already. On Trench, I did not. They looked blue, but if you look up close, they are kind of a whitish yellow. Again, that will be fixed on the final version. This plastic here is a lot more gray than it looked in some of the shots from the toy show, but that will be more of a, we'll match more of this to look more robotic on the final version. And again, size comparison-wise, real quick, we will, come on, stand up, buddy. Bring in Optimus and Bumblebee again, just to give you an idea of where these guys stand. No pun intended. Height-wise. So yeah, they're a little, smaller than they're mini-bots like they should be. Obviously, they'd scale a little better with the Voyager Optimus, but he was out in the shed, and Deluxe Prime was right there, so I grabbed him. So yeah, there are BLUSTER and Trench that looks at the test shots from Mech Ideas. They'll be coming soonish. You can order them at Planet Steel Express. They are a Planet Steel Express exclusive. And again, you're kind of getting a good look at the possible Mario repaint with the colors here. So if you want to see it happen, like I have a pretty good feeling that those will happen if these sell well enough. You might see them at a convention or something at some point. I don't know when. Like I said, I don't know of any specific plans to do Mario and Luigi repaints, but like that's such a a popularly requested version of these two guys. And I imagine with the molds being done, that'll probably happen at some point. But there you go, Bluster and Trench from Mech Ideas, coming soon.